Hello everyone and welcome back. This week in Mythic Plus we have Teeming, Quaking and Fortified. Now this is the first time we see Quaking in the rotation, so that's going to be a brand new affix for us. But basically what this week boils down to is it's a week that's all focused on trash. Teeming and Fortified apply only to trash, and while Quaking applies to bosses and to trash, it actually procs a little bit more during trash. So the first thing we need to address is the fact that Teeming and Fortified are both affixes that we can't do anything about. There's going to be more trash, and that trash is going to be harder to kill, and it's going to do more damage, and there's no way around that. These affixes are unavoidable, but we can actually diminish the impact of Quaking. Now with Quaking, what you will see is a small AoE underneath you being cast. That debuff will last about 5 seconds. What you want to do is move away from everyone else so that nobody else gets hit by this AoE, and you want to stop casting when that debuff falls off of you. So what's going to happen with Quaking is when that debuff falls off, you will take 20% of your HP as damage, and an interrupt is going to be cast on you. So if you're in the middle of casting, you're going to be interrupted as well as taking damage. And this damage is an AoE according to that circle underneath you. So what this means is that if there are 5 people stacked up, that's 100% damage and you will die. So what you want to do is go ahead and move out and take only the 20% damage that is needed, and that's the best way to deal with Quaking. What healers should be doing is watching the debuff, and as soon as it falls off and everybody takes 20% damage, they need to be ready to start picking up the heals and healing everybody back up. This week is not going to be very difficult at all. The boss encounters aren't going to change, nothing is going to get more difficult besides just the plus scaling, but as long as you don't stack, which means try to avoid melee heavy groups, and try to avoid just overall hugging each other just to keep Quaking at a minimum. So if you don't stack, you can go ahead and pull as much trash as you want. You can only have 1 Quaking active on you at a given time, so there is no slowing down this week. So again, as long as you deal with Quaking accordingly, which is seen right here, don't stack up when this happens, and don't cast whenever the debuff falls off, you'll be fine. This week, the hardest dungeons are going to be the dungeons with really difficult trash. So stuff like Halls of Valor and Eye of Azshara are probably going to be some of the more difficult ones. But overall, if you haven't jumped in this week, go ahead and do it. This week, I would say, is at about a 3 out of 10, just because you need to mitigate the damage only for trash, and boss fights are pretty straightforward. So again, if you guys like my content, if you guys want to help support the channel directly, go ahead and visit my Patreon down below. There are a few different rewards you can sign up for. But thank you all for watching, and as always, good luck out there.